Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here though. Today we're gonna be ranking the albums of Godsmack. And now this is a request from my mom. She really wanted to do this, so here you go, boss. I hope you enjoy this video. This one's for you, alright? Also, I believe today is Valentine's Day as well, so happy Valentine's Day to everyone as well. But we're going to start off with Godsmack's self-titled major label debut album. They did have an album before this called All Round Up, but it's the exact same tracks just in a different order, so that's why I'm not ranking it. This one is going to the bottom of good. It's like a C minus in my opinion. Solid opener with Moon Baby. Also solid follow-up with Whatever. Keep Away's like a light 7. Same with Time Bomb. Bad Religion is the first real dud on here, if I'm being real with you. Immune is pretty solid. Somewhere in London is a decent instrumental. Get Up, Get Out, while being dumb, is still pretty fun. I actually really enjoyed Now or Never and Stress. Situation is the other dud, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and you're gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't like Voodoo. I don't like it. To me, this is another one of the duds, but I know a lot of people like that song, and I'll give them points for this. This is one of their most unique songs they've ever done, but I just find it very boring, to be honest with y'all. Sorry. But next up is Awake. And this album is, in my personal opinion, their best. It's going to best tier, the tippy top best tier. So, great opener with Sick of Life and Awake and Greed and Bad Magic. Going Down is an 8. Same with Mistakes, Trippin', Forgive Me, Vampire's Journey, and Spiral. I honestly kind of think Spiral is just a better version of Voodoo, personally. Um, yeah, this album is surprisingly very consistent all the way through. There are like no 10 out of 10 tracks, but every track on here is like an 8. Surprisingly a consistent album. I actually recommend checking this one out. I think this is their best. But next up we have Faceless. And this album is their second best in my opinion. It's also going to best tier. Right behind Awake. I just like Awake a little bit more than I like Faceless. Solid opener, like light 8 with Straight Out of Line, same with Faceless, Changes, and Make Me Believe. I Stand Alone is a decent 8, probably one of the best tracks on this album. Realign is a light 8. I Fucking Hate You, Well Being Corny, is actually really catchy and fun. I would actually give that a decent 8 as well. At least the Demons is a light 8, same with Dead and Broken and I Am, and The Awakening is a solid instrumental. Serenity is also a light 8. Not as good as Spiral, but still better than Voodoo in my opinion. I really enjoyed this. But next up we have we have 4, and this is going to nothing. This just a bland, boring record in my opinion. Same with Living in Sin, Speak, The Enemy. The only interesting track on here is Shine Down in my opinion. I actually liked the incorporation of the harmonica. That was something that was kind of interesting to incorporate. Decent sets for that track, but then we fall right back into this boring territory with Hollow, No Rest for the Wicked, Bleeding Me, Voodoo 2, Temptation, Mama, and the admittedly overlong closer. I didn't listen to the 16-minute version, to be honest with you, of One Rainy Day. I listened to the 7-minute version, but I think both versions are very overlong and just very boring. This was a boring album. It's honest. It's not even offensive. It's just nothing. Like Jesus. But next up we have The Oracle. This album is going to okay. Solid record. It's actually like right behind the self-titled in my opinion. Uh Decent enough opener with Crying Like a Bitch and Saints and Sinners and War and Peace. Love Hate Sets Pain is probably the weakest track on here. It's a little corny and a little lame if I'm being honest, but not bad. What If is another decent track. Devil Swing is one of my favorites on here. That's a 7 out of 10. Good Day to Die is sits. Forever Shamed is another personal favorite on here. That's another 7 out of 10. Shadow of a Soul is like a decent sit, and same with the title track. Decent record. If you liked the self-title, then check this one out. Honestly, they're almost on the level for me personally. But next up we have, oh dear God, oh boy. Okay, here we go. We have 1,000 horsepower, and this one's just lame. Just lame, dude. Every track on here is just like boring, lame dad rock or butt rock. Like this is the buddiest of butt rock. Okay, this is just boring. There's not even much to talk about. Every track here is just lame and boring. This, and it's also overly long too. I did not need these tracks to be like 5 fucking minutes or 6 minutes. Honestly, just overly long too, and just pretty boring. But next up we have When Legends Rise, and I'll be honest, it's a little bit better than the last album. A little bit. That's not saying a lot, but it's a little bit better. It's going to like the bottom of nothing. And that's how I describe this album. It is nothing. And the production is so clean and glossy that it robs it of all grit. I do appreciate what they were doing with this, though, with like at least tracks like Unforgettable and Under Your Scores, by helping kids get into music and teaching them how music works. That was nice. And Under Your Scores, I believe they're treating a foundation for mental health and cancer, so I appreciate that as well. They had good intentions with this record. It's just so overly polished and clean that it's just nothing. Every track on here is just super forgettable, and I got nothing to say about this one. It's just nothing. Next up is Lighting Up the Sky, and unfortunately, I want to be nice to this thing because this is their last album, but I'm not going to be. This is going to the bottom of lame. This thing sucks. This boring, lame, dad butt rock opener with You and I and Red, White, and Blue and Surrender and What About Me and Truth and Hell's Not Dead and Soul on Fire and Let's Go, Best of Time. Just nothing! Give me something, guys! Like, I'm not even joking. I understand this was the point where Sully kind of got over a lot of his, like, anger and, like, depression and stuff, but, this is just nothing. This is boring. I got nothing to say about this other than it's nothing. Like, that's nothing. But this is my tier list for Awake and Faceless. Check these out. Like, I really stand by that too. Check these two albums out, especially if you like post grunge or new metal. The self-titled, check out if these two interest you enough. Check out Oracle if you like the self-titled, and these bottom four you can just skip. But if you like this band, I want to talk about a few bands I want to recommend. Man, that I think do what they're doing just a little bit better in my opinion. Days of the New does that really well. Seriously, I strongly recommend checking out Days of the New self-titled. Their debut self-titled with the Yellow album. That one is absolutely gorgeous. I also recommend checking out Tantric's debut. Tantric probably has a worse discography than Godsmack, but I love their debut. That is a fantastic debut album. I also recommend checking out Chevelle too. I love Chevelle actually, especially albums like This Type of Thing It Could Do Us In, Sci-Fi Crimes, and Wonder What's Next, and Not Night Niteratus. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah. Also check out album like that and Venus Sarah. So Chevelle has a very consistent discography. Honestly, their debut point number one's a little lacking, but everything else after that is great. I recommend checking them out as well. Honestly, but that should do it. I hope all of you have a great day, a great weekend and a great week. I will see all of you next week. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day to all of you as well. Take care, everyone. I'll see all of you next time.